and gentlemen, your boys are back after a hellacious weekend with a giant brand new episode of the Piledriver. I'm the best in the world, Mike. Next to me is my boy V-Rad Vince, and down low is the big dog Dean. What's up, fellas?
What's up?
Fellas?
Yo.
Nice, easy, restful Sunday after a long weekend we had.
We had a long weekend, an action-packed weekend. It was great.
Hey, and don't sleep on it. We got another one coming up this weekend.
Yeah, we do, baby. I can't wait.
So let's jump right into it. Over this weekend, we covered AIW. We were all in force, all three of us, plus our homie Rich. All AIW, Tougher Than Leather, at Temple Live. And it was a pretty solid show. I'm not gonna. I have a few complaints that we'll get into. A few things that I didn't like that we've talked about before, and you guys have said had different things that you didn't like, and vice versa. But the big thing, I guess, is we got to meet legends, boys. I'm talking legends.
Yeah, we did.
Legends of today, legends of yesteryear, and essentially legends of tomorrow with everything we had going on.
Absolutely.
Man, it was Friday night was cool. We got to meet some really awesome people. I'm still kind of riding that high right there, man. That was awesome.
Oh yeah, 100%. Before we get started, I'm going to shout out Vince and Rich hooking it up with the table seating. That was fucking epic seating that we got to sit at, for the AIW show. So much respect to you guys for that. I appreciate the hell out of it.
So we got some people in the chat already. Mar, what's going on? Tommy, you can start the show. I'm here. What's up, Tommy?
Big C
Hot, my boys. Tim Cross, what's up, brother? How you doing, my man?
So
good to see you guys.
It was phenomenal. I know Vince has his notes ready to go for AIW, so let's get into it. What are we going to talk about first? I don't think we're going to cover the whole card because, like I said, we got a lot to cover today.
Oh, for sure. So I think we should just start off with that tag team title match at the beginning, just because honestly, it was a pretty goddamn good one. We had PME going against Money Shot. We had Fonzie, our boy Bill Alfonso, in PME's corner, and then Duke came out with Money Shot, of course, with that fucking boot.
Sure.
And man, I actually think I felt that PME was gonna win those titles, but
I did too, man.
It was right there. But I think the big thing I gotta say is that spot from fucking Fonzie, like
holy hell, Rosie with the chair.
I'm so glad I caught that on video.
That was beautiful. So shout out Fonzie for still getting it.
No, that's exactly where I was gonna go to. That chair was like this close from Rosie's head. Like that was just an epic aim by Fonzie. Just see ya, knocked him off the apron. No, great tag team match, like you said, but unfortunately our boys PME weren't able to come up, but that was not due to lack of performance or anything like that. It was definitely due to the tight grabbing, cheating ways of Money Shot.
Cheaters.
Glenn
Lane in the chat. What's up, Glenn?
Oh, Glenn, don't worry. We're going to be talking about OCW here shortly. We got Drew the Werewolf Starner coming in to tell us some results and what everything that happened on the Big Bang yesterday.
Hell yeah. What do you want to do? Do you want to jump into that six-way real quick? We had Hardway Holloway, Dr. Dan, Tom Lawler, Trey Lamar, Mikey Montgomery, and Microman.
He was so tiny. Tiny.
Oh my gosh, especially next to Hardway. Are you guys kidding me? That was amazing. And he used them. That was a great too. I love that Hardway and Microman took the time. We became friends for a good portion of that match. Even getting Hardway to throw Microman over the ropes onto the rest of the guys on the other side. Oh my god.
When that happened, I legitimately looked at both of you like he just threw a small person. Like it looked like he just threw a baby at the.
I mean, essentially, man. So, at the end we got. We have also Dr. Dan throwing the toilet paper. I almost forgot about that. And hitting the one fan he probably shouldn't have. So shout out to that fan for being a real trooper. Trey Lamar did get the win.
He popped the guy right in the face with a toilet paper roll and was sitting in a wheelchair like 10 rows back.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, he did. But yeah, so Trey Lamar did end up getting the win in that 6-man match, and that was awesome to see. Trey's been killing it lately.
He has been. I think we all kind of collectively thought that Microman was going to walk away with the dub there, but
oh yeah, I was hoping for it.
We definitely did. We all said that going in. We were like, he's pretty sure he's going to somehow pull this out. But no, like seeing him just jump up, and like flip these big dudes around was really cool. Actually, I've never got to see micro wrestling or anything like that. So getting to see him live was pretty cool, and we've already talked about it. We're trying to go to a micro wrestling event just to see, like a whole card.
He even took a pile driver.
He took a bad pile driver.
He took a fucking pile driver. It was awesome.
Yeah, so that was a great
pile
one.
Drivers. Multiple pile drivers over the weekend at AIW.
Our boy Jared, strap in, boys. Long night ahead.
Yeah,
we got you.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about you too, Unc. Don't you worry, because I'm super fucking happy for you. Yeah. So, and then my other match that I thought went hard at AIW, obviously, was the one that I was, when they announced it, it was the one that I was most excited to see. Derek Dillinger versus the bad boy Joey Janela. This match went reckless. Like, I'm talking doors, hardcore, just these boys beat the shit out of each other.
Yup. Katie Arquette out there giving some hands to, a lot of fingers as well. I love that. A little bit of
this match was honestly everything I was hoping it was going to be, to be honest.
No, I agree 110%. I messaged Derek earlier, not messaged, I tweeted to him and said, that I wanted to see a pile driver. Not only did I get to see a pile driver from Derek, we got pile drivers from Dom, Sam. There was pile drivers all around the AIW temple that night. But like I said, and he essentially promised me, without saying promise, that we would see that package pile driver. And that's what picked up the W for Derek Dillinger walking out of the temple.
That was good. It was awesome. Hell yeah, Derek. It was awesome to see Joey back in AIW territory too.
100%. I want to talk about now, like, did you guys have any low points of the evening for AIW? Because I have one or two I'd like to touch on, but I don't know if I'm alone. I very well could be.
Well, I mean, that tag team match we saw between Tyler Jordan and Josh Prohibition, with those two versus, it was Josh Prohibition and Tyler Jordan versus, I keep saying this wrong.
Nope. It was Jason Bane and Josh Prohibition versus Tyler Jordan and Joshua Bishop.
Yeah, there we go. Sorry. So, yeah, that was, to me, being such a big Bishop fan, I was just looking so forward to that match, and I just felt like it was very not giving. It didn't really give me that.
Lackluster.
There we go. That's a good way to put it.
Yeah, I could agree with you on that.
Yep, same thing. I was coming in with this match, and I was like, yeah, this is going to be good. We had heard, from a couple of buddies about Jason Bane because we weren't familiar the last time we talked, or that he came back to AIW and made his presence known. We weren't really familiar. So we did some research. We got some insight from our friends that have been in this business, and we learned a little about Jason Bane. I hate to say this because everybody that we talked to has said that he was a legend. Keyword there was. In my opinion, personally, this is not the opinion of anybody else. I thought for a 25-year veteran, he did not look good. Physically, he looked great. Looks great. I don't know how old he is, but he looks great. Body's in great shape. For a 20-year veteran, I expected a better scoop slam. I expected, it's just little things that, in my opinion, a 20-year-old veteran or a 20-year veteran of this business should have down pat like the back of his hand. And maybe it's lack of ring rust. They say that all the time. Maybe that was
I don't know how long he's been out.
Yeah, I have no idea. So, I don't know. We were all very much like blown away by the Brock Lesnar back piece that he had going on.
Yes. Thank you. Yeah, and the fact that he played with it too. I mean, we saw an F5 out of him.
We did.
Yeah, we did.
I did hear from somebody over the weekend. I can't remember who told me that, when I was asking about Jason Bane, that he actually had that tattoo before Brock. So Jason Bane's had that tattoo before Brock Lesnar.
So Brock copied
Jason Bane. Yeah. So I don't
Brock
really know
fears
how that
Bane.
all went down.
Brock fears Bane.
But yeah, that match was a little lackluster for me. And then the other match that I was severely disappointed with, Vince mentioned him earlier, Dex Royal. Dex Royal should have walked out of the temple with that intense title.
I wanted to see it.
The crowd wanted to see it. Everybody, like, besides for Shaw, which we'll talk about that tag team match in a second, that was the best pop of the night. Dex Royal got the best pop of the night besides Shaw because they knew there was new chants starting, just everything, man. And he killed it. He did everything that I have heard and said that, people have told me how good he is. He displayed it perfectly for us. And in my opinion, he should have walked out with that title. So I was a little disappointed about that.
Yep. I mean, Eric got the help from Duke too. And it's always just the sneaky little ways. I'll give it to Eric. He's a pretty good wrestler, but all these little sneaky tricks he's got, man, they got to start wrestling, put it all on the table, man. Like maybe come out without Duke one time. I think Dex would have got
I'm not feeling him as a heel.
Who, Eric?
I know they're trying to. Yeah, I'm just.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
he looks like
feeling it.
The whole stable under Duke's right now is like he's just got a bunch of heels with them. So, but
yeah.
Hey man, I mean they hold titles for a reason, the whole stable. So they're doing something.
You're not wrong. But
Scott,
yeah, that match
up,
it just wasn't really I was like, oh, because Eric Taylor, in my opinion, didn't do anything to keep that title. He was even able, or Dex was even able to kick out after they tried to cheat and hit him with the boot. So like, I don't know. I feel like Dex should have won that title. I've heard nothing but great things, amazing things about him since his inception, so to speak, or since he's come to AIW to the Cleveland area. And I think, Saturday night or Friday night should have been his start of his reign, start of the reign of airwalking.
Yep. I mean, we'll see him. I know they're gonna keep him around for a while now because I mean they've been using him quite often now. So it's good to see him coming back. So shout out Dex.
And then
He's
let's
over.
talk about the main event. We had the Problem, Isaiah Broner, going up against the Prize City OG Alec Price. And I heard a lot. Okay, so Michelle, I'll use Michelle, Shell Bell Photography. That's my girl. We were talking yesterday before the mega show, and she was in firm belief that Alex should have won that title. Vince shakes his head and says the same thing, and I say no.
Really?
Feasibly. Look at these two men standing across the ring from each other. There's no way in hell that Alec Price should have ever beat Isaiah Broner. No way. Broner outweighs him by 150 pounds.
But you see how fast and how good Alec is with his high flying.
Did you see how many times he tried to jump off the rope and Broner caught him like it was no problem?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we had said this. I could never see it. Like I could never see, maybe on a quick roll up or something like that. But like out physically, out wrestling the way bigger man, I don't see it. Now, Dex Royal, somebody like a mid-sized person, I could see him beating Broner. And then I could see Price beating somebody like Royal for that title, sure. But, when you look at these two guys, that's essentially the case of that should never beat that guy. That's not physically possible.
That's fair.
It's, and I said it yesterday at Mega, it seems like that's like Paxton like saying Colt Johnson should be able to beat Paxton Calloway.
Or Spike Dudley versus Brock Lesnar. Spike
exactly.
win.
Come on. It's just
we still all want to see it though. We still all want to see it.
Yeah.
But it was good. It was a good match. They both put on.
And by no means are we hating on Price because Price is good, dude.
Price is amazing.
It's just the tail of the tape, bro. First thought, Broner's gonna kill you, bro.
Exactly.
Broner's a bad dude.
And
He's
then
the problem
obviously,
for a reason.
yeah, much respect to Broner as well for, you know, the respect at the end, the shaking of the hand of Alec. You know, he wasn't,
Hugging,
you know,
hugging too. Yeah, that was good.
Yeah, it was good. So overall, solid show from AI Dub. I'll start it off and, you know, give it our Piledriver rating. I'm going to go ahead and give it a 3.5 because, again, there was a couple spots that just, you know, I feel like AIW let the fans down with that. The Dex Royal match, the Josh Bishop match. It just 3.5.
That's fair.
I'm going to go with a 4 out of 5. I thought it was great. I agree that tag team match was a little lackluster. Did I think that Dex should have won that? Yeah, the crowd was behind him too, but it was still a good match. Effie was awesome. Dude is great to meet. Demolition, meeting them were great dudes. Danhausen, it was overall, I think it was a great night. Yeah, I'm giving it a 4 out of 5.
Oh yeah,
I agree. It would have got a lower score for me, but I agree with Dean. And I said this to us, you know, as a group when we were walking out. Getting to meet Demolition was probably the cool. Like, sure, Effie and Danhausen, that was fucking sweet. But Demolition, and I don't mean any disrespect. I hate to say it like this. They're old, man. Either one of them could, you know, something could happen at any time. And I hate to say that because I'm not wishing any ill will. I hope they're around forever as long as they can be. But, you know, we got a chance to meet fucking Hall of Famers, dude. Like, we took pictures with Hall of Famers, and in my opinion, that's pretty freaking cool.
Yeah.
No, I agree.
Michelle in the chat, Price is Right, boys. LOL for the underdog.
I told you.
Love you,
Vince,
Michelle.
What do you got on AI Dub?
So, you know, we were already kind of chit-chatting about it, but for me, it's 4.25, really. I mean, just because of everything that AIW put into this one. I mean, like you guys have both said, the fact that we got to meet so many legends and heroes of ours, and they streamlined it. They made it just so easy. You know, that's one of the great things about AIW is they're very well organized. I mean, they even let us in a little early because of the rain. So that was really cool. You know, I just got to give a couple shout outs real quick. Shout out Austin, the slugger. He was kicking it, kind of helping around. And then Shelby Wilder, man.
It was great to meet Shelby.
Heal up quick, dude. You know, I'm going to shoot you those messages about some food. Hope your jaw gets better, man. And then, yeah, just all around, it was a great show. So shout out every single one of you wrestlers that came out, all the GCW guys while they're passing through heading to Detroit. So, yeah, that was solid.
100%. Michelle in
GCW
chat says, bless
tonight,
Shelby.
Right? They actually had a show last night, and then they have a show tonight. I cannot.
In they're in Rochester tonight.
Yeah, the block is hot.
The block is hot. Yep. And then they have a show coming up in May in Columbus.
I know we gotta go to that. I've never been to a GCW show. I want to go to a GCW show.
Neither have I. But yeah, it was overall solid show from AI Dub. I'm not mad. Again, thanks to everybody, John, the whole crew for putting everything into they do to the shows. You know, everything was very well organized. The meet and greets, the whole, you know, the merch table session, everything was very well organized. So I definitely respect that. There was not a lot of like, can't figure out where to go, can't pass through the hallways because it was so congested. It was good. They did a good job of, you know,
they had multiple events going on there at the venue. So I agree. They did great as far as
there was a rave going on.
There's two. Oh, there was a metal show and a rave. Thing that when we were walking out in that bar, that was a rave going on, a little mini pop-up rave. And then I want to can I give one more shout out before we're done here? Hannah at Temple Live. I spoke with her on my way out, so I did not know this, but they're under new management, and she told me that they're going to do everything in their power to make everything just like it was that night. And that's great to hear because I know, at least for me being one of the regulars there, I've had a lot of hiccups in the past. So it's great to hear that we got some new management that's going to help us kick some more ass.
Oh yeah. That's good to know. I like that venue.
But let's, I don't want to try to move too fast, but like I said, we got a lot to cover here.
Oh, yeah.
So we're going to jump in straight into OCW on Saturday. OCW makes its and this card was stacked. We unfortunately at Lorraine County Community College, but we did have one of our buddies, somebody we've known for a long time, big, huge friend of the pod, and actually, this is his first time on the podcast.
Long time coming.
Coming in to talk about OCW, the Big Bang, give us the rundown, give us his input. Please welcome to the Piledriver Podcast, Drew the Werewolf Starner in the house.
Yo.
How's it going, everybody?
Hey, what's up, Wolf?
Drew?
What's up, man?
Good to see you, brother. How you been?
I've been pretty good.
Hell yeah.
Good to see you. We finally
Good to
got
see you
on,
guys too. Yeah.
Hopefully at the next OCW show, they don't make it the same day as a mega show or another show that we've already committed to so that we can come out and enjoy. But taking in the Big Bang, man, OCW making their long-awaited return. How did last night go?
Oh, you guys missed a banger.
Yeah? Okay. I mean, I heard some things, and, we're going to talk about it, and I do have some questions and as to where you think this is going. Now, first of all, I do want to ask you, because I didn't get a chance to talk to you before. We know you from OCW as the color commentator with the Hammer, Yo Paulie. What was your role last night? Did you commentate last night? What did you do last night?
No, I was actually in control of sound last night.
Okay. All right.
Cool.
All right. So let's jump right into it because this is probably my most explosive part of news. The night started with a title match.
Yeah.
The professional Brandon Fields versus Uncle Wilbur. And I heard that Big Unk walked home with some brand new gold, baby.
Hey.
Yeah, we have a new Ohio Heritage champion.
Woo! Let's go.
But you would not believe how loud it was when Wilbur won the championship. You could not hear over the music.
Hell
Really?
yeah.
The crowd was that loud.
I love that. I love that for Uncle Will.
We've seen Uncle Wilbur multiple times in Neo Pro at Canton, Akron, not too far up the road. So, I mean, his fans definitely followed him to watch him win that title. And, I mean, I'm hella excited for him. I'm hella proud. I can't wait to see him this coming week at Neo, give him that hug and just, congratulate him in person, man, because as much as I love Brandon Fields, that's the Uncle Wilbur title right there.
Speaking of Uncle Wilbur, he's in the chat. He put a hashtag banger. Congratulations, Wilbur Whitlock, your new Ohio Heritage champion. Man, what a way to start off the return of OCW.
Well, it's funny because I'm pretty sure that when we first heard about OCW, if you guys all remember, I called this one. I was like, Wilbur should walk out of there with that title. There, and the fact that they started off the show like that, I'm not mad at that at all. So that's a big get. That's a big pop. Hella excited for Uncle Wilbur.
Yeah.
Great way. Usher in a new era of OCW, in my opinion.
I'm looking for my messages from Bree here. Bree sent me notes.
All right, Drew, what was the next match after that?
The next match was the Surebet Asher Knox against Dontavio.
That's my boy, though. Both of them.
Making his OCW debut. And Dontavio picking up the victory.
Hey.
Hell yeah.
But he would end up getting beat down by Gino DiCapo and Asher Knox for it.
Ooh. The meatball Gino coming in hot.
Was there any meatball chance?
Oh, absolutely.
All right.
It's in my notes. It's in my notes down towards Gino.
Was Granny in attendance?
Oh, yeah. And she was loud.
I love it.
Perfect.
I love it.
We haven't got to see Granny in a while. We've seen Jared multiple times at Neo Pro, but we haven't got to see Granny. So it's cool that she's hanging out, coming to the show still. She's definitely probably one of my favorite fans.
Granny's wild, bro. Granny's wild.
You said Zontavio won against Asher Knox. The next match I have on my card was the unwilting Tatiana, who had issued an open challenge, so to speak.
Yeah.
Was answered by Katie Bright.
The shining light, Katie Bright.
Right. Yeah, I'm not too familiar. Drew, tell me a little bit.
Katie Bright is out of Pittsburgh. And the second that Pedro DeLuca mentioned that, you can imagine the crowd response.
Okay.
But going to the match, it was a pretty even matchup the whole way.
Okay.
And Tatiana picking up the victory.
Was it a clean victory?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. So
I think what Tatiana's
like,
finishing move is, I don't remember what it is.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I did see that, Glenn Lane had said that he wants to, kind of revamp the women's division and make it a point of focus. So to bring,
right.
Tatiana coming in and have Katie Bright come in, Drew saying it was a great match. Hopefully it leads to more great matches and a better women's division for OCW. Because, obviously I'd love to see that. They did have that, hit a nice pump handle slam for the dub. That's what Uncle Wilbur said. So
love it.
Now, this match, Drew, this is where my confusion started for the Big Bang. So maybe you can enlighten us a little more. We had a team that I don't believe has ever come to OCW, the Wicked.
Yeah.
Coming in to fight the winners for the tag team championships. You can elaborate more on the match itself if you want to, but the big story out of this is that the winners won. And then shameless Jimmy Shane, no shame, turned on his partner, Robbie Starr.
Yeah, but that wasn't all that happened.
Okay, tell me. Enlighten us.
OCW General Manager Glenn Lane, trying to get involved to try to stop Jimmy Shane, ended up getting beat down himself.
Ooh.
By Jimmy?
Yeah.
Oh.
Uh-oh. Well, we've seen
Jimmy,
General Manager Glenn Lane in the ring before. This could be back to another one.
Yeah, Glenn Lane actually grabbing a chair out of Jimmy's hands.
Wait, Jimmy was going to hit Glenn with it, or he was going to hit
He was going to hit Robbie with it, and Glenn took the chair and ended up getting beat down himself.
Oh, so that's how that transpired. Okay.
Yeah, Jimmy Shane proclaiming this is a new OCW.
Okay. And I'm not mad at it. We've seen Jimmy Shane, try to muscle his way, I'm trying to think of a good word here, try to, I guess, bully. He's Debo in his way, trying to do that in Neo Pro. So it seems like that's what he's going to bring into OCW again. But my big question, where does this leave the tag team division and the tag team titles?
Your guess is good as mine. As far as I know, the winners are still the tag team champions.
That's what I heard. They
but it appears those days are numbered. So, you got Warhorse out there. You got Gino and Asher. With
new tag teams coming in like the Wicked, you never know who could come in.
Yeah,
absolutely.
But yeah, like Dean said, it seems like those days are numbered for the winners, regardless of if they win or not.
Yeah, it's just a matter of time. You got members only that's been in OCW. We've seen them before. We've seen a number of tag teams. So
DD Trash, possibly.
DD Trash, exactly. Yeah. The next match I had was a 4-way match. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. This match was for a number 1 contendership spot for the OCW title, correct?
Yes. As my lights go out.
No worries. So, yes. We had Patrick Hayes going against one half of the team just mentioned by Dean Crosshairs Kelly, one half of Warhorse. Against future 2 Bright Eric Taylor and the Thunderbird himself, Jake Ely. How was this match? We here at the Piledriver Podcast are very familiar with all of these gentlemen. who was able to walk out and take that number one contender shot? Who gets to fight the Brute?
That's going to be Patrick Hayes, but
Wow.
Patrick Hayes ended up stealing this victory. Crosshairs Kelly had the match won, hitting Thunderbird Jake Ely with a GTH, but then
shit.
Patrick Hayes swooping in to get the pinfall.
I hate that.
That sneaky snook, Patrick Hayes. I mean, I can't expect anything else. I mean, we've seen him. Obviously, he is your current Neo Pro Heavyweight Champion. I'm pretty sure he is still the VCW Heavyweight Champion. Now he's setting his sights on the OCW Heavyweight title. I mean, as much as you love to hate him, Patrick Hayes is out here making a name for himself, trying to do big things and picking up victories. So,
Yeah.
I mean, I guess congratulations to Patrick Hayes. He was probably wearing his girlfriend's coat.
He was wearing what, Vince, last at Neo Pro? He was wearing like a Selena shirt.
That white coat, like it's satin.
I know he had the thing.
He was wearing a puffy white coat with a Selena t-shirt.
Yeah, the Selena
Yeah,
t-shirt.
that's what we wore before too.
Yeah. So, and then I also have that Jake Ely was hurt in this match. He was carried out by Crosshairs Kelly and a ref. He was helped out of the ring.
Oh,
So,
Yeah.
prayers to Jake Ely. Safe recovery. Hopefully everything's all right. We get to see you back in the ring soon.
Call.
Caw.
And I mean, I got two more here. I got the Meatball got to fight Tommy Chill, and I read that Gino won by count. So tell me how that.
Yeah.
went down.
Turns out Asher Knox was under the ring, and when Tommy Chill tried to get back into the ring, Asher held onto his legs.
Oh,
Did Asher?
So
All right. So did Asher get his ass beat afterwards? Because Tommy's a big boy.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Okay.
and now look.
Essentially-
Go ahead.
Essentially, Gino left Asher to the wolves, so to speak.
That's exactly where I was going to go. I was going to say, so what happened when Tommy Chill found out? Did Gino stick around and help, or did he take off and run for the hills? And you answered it before I even got to ask. Gino left Asher just to get his ass whooped after Asher helped him. So,
Damn.
Poor Asher. Not only does he get beat by Dontavio earlier in the night, he then gets destroyed by Tommy Chill after he helps his partner win the match.
Hold those L's, my man. Jeez. It's not a good night for the sure bet.
No, it's not. And then last but most certainly not least, the return of my favorite OCW wrestler, Lord Thomas the Brute, defending his title against Izzy Lambert.
Now,
And Cherry.
and Cherry, exactly. And Cherry would get involved because midway through the match, senior official Keith Smith ended up getting in the way, and that would allow Izzy Lambert to use Cherry, and Izzy had the match won. He had Lord Thomas the Brute pinned for a crowd 6 count.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. But Lord Thomas the Brute would end up hitting the power slam, reviving the referee, and retaining the OCW Heavyweight Championship.
Okay.
Not even mad at it at all. And I also have in my notes here that apparently when Izzy doesn't have Cherry available, he's biting. He's doing anything he possibly can to, get that victory. So maybe there was a little cheating last night by Izzy Lambert.
Oh, by any means necessary.
Okay. I mean, as long as the ref doesn't see it, it doesn't count, right?
What's
Right.
going on, Dan Walker? How you doing, man?
Dan in the chat. What's up, buddy? I saw Jeremy in the chat earlier. We got to actually link up with Jeremy at AI Dub over the weekend, so that was cool to actually meet him.
Absolutely.
But as you know, Drew, we weren't at OCW, but we do rate our pay-per-views here or our events. So out of 5 pile drivers, what are you giving the return of OCW the Big Bang?
I would give it a 4-5.
Nice. 4 or 5. That's
Really
pretty high
good
rating.
show last night. Yeah.
Pretty good rating. we're going to be talking to Glenn. I'm going to try to get Glenn on the show again before, they have their next event, which I don't think has been announced yet. But we're definitely going to try to get Glenn on the show so we can get a little more insight from him as to what's going on, especially after now that we find out that, maybe him and No Shame Jimmy Shane are at odds.
Yeah. Word has it that the next show is going to be May 26th at Melanie Lake.
Okay. All right.
But stay tuned to social media for that date to be confirmed.
Hell yeah. Well, as soon as we find out, we will let you know. Dean, we lost Dean there for a second. I'm sure he'll be back. But Drew, thanks so much, man, for coming on and hanging out with us, recapping. I definitely appreciate it. I appreciate your time. And, we'd love to have you on whenever, you're not busy. Talk about some training, talk about stuff that's not event type stuff.
I do have one more thing before
what you got for me, bro?
you guys let me go. If a lot of people don't know, I also work with Power Slam Pro Wrestling out of New Philadelphia.
Okay.
And I just wanted to let everybody know that May 26th, the Dover Canal Days, Power Slam Pro Wrestling will be down there at the Dover Festival.
Ooh, all right. PWP at the Dover Festival. Hell yeah. All right. So, yeah, we'll make sure we'll post let us know, Drew, let us know the dates on all that stuff for upcoming OCW stuff, Power Slam stuff as soon as you can, man. And if we can, we'll make it down. Support you guys.
All right.
Hell yeah. Well, thanks again, brother. I appreciate you taking some time and,
talking with us.
Yep. Thanks for having me.
No problem, bud. We'll talk to you later.
Yep. Later, dude.
All right. Yeah, that was Drew, the Werewolf Starner, helping us recap some OCW, the Big Bang over the weekend. And then last but most certainly not least, we had Mega Championship Wrestling yesterday at Lorain County Community College. We were all there. We were all at Mega Championship Wrestling. Boy, was it a show to behold. I mean, from start to finish, everything was laid out, and I'm not even mad. First of all, we had Vince, who was gonna take the day off. He was gonna go to RCW out in Akron. Something happened. He wasn't able to get there. He didn't want to ride solo, so he joined the boys, and the PDP boys were in full force for the second time this weekend at Mega Championship Wrestling. And it was phenomenal, boys. It was phenomenal. Great show. I actually was not able to take on the show in a seat like normal because I was invited to join the guy with the bow tie, Joshua Jonai, on commentary for Mega Championship Wrestling yesterday.
Oh, hell yeah.
You did awesome. Congratulations.
It was great, man. It was fun hanging out with Josh, hanging out with James, and eventually we got the return of Ryan Yeager, who, is a mainstay of Mega Championship Wrestling, has since moved to Washington, D.C. to pursue his dream of being a political reporter. But for him to make a comeback yesterday was awesome.
And the fans didn't even care. He got no pop.
That's because some of them don't know who they are, man. When we first, I think the first time we went to Mega Championship Wrestling was probably like 3 or 4 years ago, bro.
Yeah. That's true.
So, new Mega fans that have come in since then don't really know who Ryan Yeager is.
Fair enough.
But yeah, it was great to see him, and I'm just gonna, I'll give him another shout out because if it wasn't for Ryan, if it wasn't for him, man, I don't even know if I'd have ever been introduced to him. So we met Ryan a long time ago at an AEW show when they came to Cleveland for the very first time, and we became friends, and we linked up through Mega, and the rest is history, as they say.
That's awesome. Oh yeah.
But let's jump right into it, man. Mega had some crazy bangers of matches. Big Giants. Look, Mama Johnson in the chat, she said we missed you sitting next to us. Glad Dean and Vince joined us. Great job to BX on the Mega show. Hella great job. I got to meet Matt Justice. I got to meet Ari Alexander yesterday. I got to, obviously see some of our favorites, Megan Myers, Elton Taco. They were all in attendance, but I think I don't even know where to start. I don't even know where to start. Vince, what was the first match of Mega Championship Wrestling? I don't even remember.
So I actually missed the first match, but I heard it was all day.
That's right. It was. It was Team All Day.
Yeah.
Team All Day versus the Damies for the #1 contendership of the tag team titles. Halfway through the match, great match. It was fire. Halfway through the match, tag team champions Cash Inc. show up on the ring
with some beautiful gold, by the way.
If you haven't been watching Turmoil, you're missing out. This past week on Turmoil, Ken Bajan made a special stop and presented the tag team champions Skylar and Gavin Gradley with brand new Mega Tag Team title belts that are absolutely gorgeous.
That is so cool.
So yeah, they showed up with them new tag team title belts and essentially just ruined this match for us. They interfered. They didn't attack one team. Skylar attacked one team. Gavin attacked the other team. The match was ruled a no contest. So now my question is to you. Does Brandon Xavier look at this and say, oh, they wanted to interject? Now they got to defend him against both teams.
Oh, that'd be great, though. I would love to see a triple threat tag team match.
That's the way I see it working, but obviously it could, anything can happen. Brandon could put, maybe a beat the clock challenge. You have, tag team match, beat the clock. Whoever can beat Cash Inc. the fastest gets, a title shot. I don't know how Brandon's going to do it. There's many other ways, but we needed a new #1 contender, and ultimately we didn't get one.
Okay.
So I don't know how this is going to go down. I don't know, who's going to be the #1 contenders for the tag team titles. Maybe we'll get some more insight to that this Thursday on Turmoil. So I'm keeping my fingers crossed.
Let's tune in and find out.
Next match, I believe, was the big match, was the Giant. We had.
I think you're right.
I'm not 100. Go ahead.
I came in late, so I don't know. The one I came in, Onyx versus Stone.
Okay, yeah, that was after. I believe the Giants were the next match.
No, after the tag team, after the first match, it was Onyx versus Shogun.
Oh, was it? Okay.
That's all right.
Okay, and then the big match, and then the Giants. Okay. This match was a pick your poison match. Butchie B had picked Shogun Jackson Stone to go one-on-one with Chris Onyx. Chris Onyx going. Oh, dude. Well, going into this, I don't know, if you guys knew this. I know we had talked about it a little bit on Thursday, and I know we talked about it a little bit on commentary. Chris Onyx has never lost a one-on-one singles match. He's undefeated. He's been beaten in tag team matches. Sure, his team's lost. But one-on-one, Chris Onyx has never been pinned, never been submitted.
It's impressive. It's very impressive.
So, 100%. So going into this match against Shogun, he, was full. He had the ego on him, was there. He knew that he was going into it with, this chip saying that he had never lost. He could beat Shogun. Great match, man. He started chopping down the legs of Shogun. And, as we all know, the suplex Shogun, that's what he likes to do, is suplex people around the ring. But if you take away his base, he can't necessarily throw you around the ring.
Yeah, and like you said, Chris was just chopping at it like a tree, man. Every chance he got, he was going after those knees.
Yeah, he did a great job attacking that leg.
I don't know if he did a good enough job, as Shogun was able to pull it out and pick up the victory.
Yeah, it was impressive as hell. I mean, we even saw Shogun splashing over the ropes onto Onyx on the ground. That was awesome. That was great.
So, after that, though, Ken gets in the ring, grabs a mic, and tells Shogun, hey, I don't have beef with you. Cash Inc. doesn't have beef with you. We got beef with Butchie. So then they proceed to call out Butchie. Butchie comes out and says, hey, since you picked Shogun to go against Onyx, Now it's our turn. And who does Butchie B get chosen to go against?
Well, this was a big swerve because originally the person that was picked by Cashing was scheduled in a match of his own.
Mm-hmm.
But as we've said multiple times, as we all know as wrestling fans, the card is subject to change.
Yep.
The Infinite Man, TIM, was not able to compete. He was not medically cleared to compete in yesterday's event. So that left Matt Cross with nothing to do.
But he was
Chris
ready to
Onyx picks Cash Inc. Or I'm sorry, Chris Onyx picks Matt Cross as Butchie B's poison.
That's
Butchie coming into this event knowing that he basically got to sit in the back and watch tonight. He basically got to, watch Chris Onyx do his thing. Or watch Suplex Shogun go against Chris Onyx and do the thing. So for him to get thrown into this match by Cash Inc., for it to be okayed by Brandon Xavier as the poison pick, I'm sure it threw Butchie off and threw him off his game plan a little bit. We did see Butchie. We did see our normal Butchie B that we always see, cutters flying. But when he went for that final Butchie cutter that we've seen him put countless opponents away from, Matt Cross countered it with a handstand.
Yeah, that was awesome. That was
awesome.
It was so clean. Like, I was really impressed with Matt Cross's performance out there.
Yeah, no, 100%. Matt Cross able to pick up the dub over Butchie B, and now both men picked a poison. Both men lost.
So now what? Where do we go from here?
I'm not sure, man.
Again, I want to give both men their flowers, even though they both lost. Onyx balled out, dude. He looked great against Shogun, and Butchie for just being thrown in with Mad Dog, a dude that's been around for a while and is an absolute monster. Butchie 100%. Held his own, man. Butchie killed it. So shout out to Chris Onyx and Butchie B. I know you guys are beefing, but you guys both are getting flowers from us today. You guys killed it, man.
Hell yeah.
Absolutely.
110%. Yeah, no, I agree with you. That's all around, we all agree the same thing. Both men killed it. I mean, I can honestly sit here and look at you both dead in the eyes and say I've never seen a bad Chris Onyx or Butchie B match.
Yeah.
As much as and it's funny because I talked to Butchie after the show. I got to grab his ear for a minute and he's sitting there telling me like, oh, no, I don't think I look that good, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, shut up, dude. I'm like, you look great every time. I'm like, and I always give you the flowers because you kill it every time. But obviously, as we all know, you are your own worst critic. So for him to, downplay his own shit, I'm not mad at it at all. But yeah, great matches by both of these gentlemen. And then obviously that led into the one that we've been talking about for weeks. This next match was it was giant.
No. You're out of order.
Toe strap. We're doing toe strap next.
Ooh.
That was, and this was such a match.
Holy we did toe strap and then we did intermission.
Okay.
Yep. But I mean, Colt Johnson versus Miles Jacobs, toe strap match. And when I was kind of like, I don't know how it's going to work, No, it worked just how you thought it would work. They're tied together, duct taped, shut the holes by their hands, and they can't get away from each other. And they use that toe strap to their advantage, both parties. I mean, brutal. This was a brutal match. Colt Johnson looked absolutely just savage, aggressive. He looked like he had a fire in his eye. But Miles, I'm going to quote him, he wanted Colt. He said, I want him. Didn't sound that great at the time, but he definitely wanted a piece of that Colt.
Could have been Colt coming out in that beautiful PDP shirt. Could have played a little role in that.
110% shout out to Colt Johnson. That's a big dub for coming out in the PDP shirt. Appreciate the love and respect. But yeah, I talked to both of these men after the match. I saw both of these men in the locker room. I saw welts on both of these men's backs, chests. These men beat the shit out of each other.
They were whooping shit. Whoop that truck. Whoop that truck.
Yeah. Oh my God, that was the best. That was so good.
Yeah, no, great. It was a great match, and it set up maybe hopefully a rubber match between them. We've seen, each man has got to pick a partner. They've been in a tag team match. That was one, but we got the toe strap match, and I'm hopefully this sets it up for a third and final match where they're able to, finish this rivalry, so to speak. But on Saturday, Miles Jacobs wrapped that toe strap around the neck of Colt Johnson and choked him out.
Straight out, like out.
I agree with Tommy. I think it's time to move on with it. I love the rivalry, but
it's one of those things that let bygones be bygones, and maybe it is time to vacate that rivalry. Who knows? I honestly think it would be kind of cool to see them end up working together one time. For whatever reason, I see Colt and Miles working very well as a tag team, even just because of their style. I think that they could work really good together. So, but who knows? Who knows what that future holds for those boys?
Who is next for Colt?
Tommy said, "Oh hell no."
Who would I like to see next for Colt?
What, like as an opponent? I got one right now.
Who?
Ooh.
I want to see Colt Johnson versus Aaron Alloway.
Okay.
That'd be a good one too. Okay.
I hate to, I'm not taking away from anybody else. I'm not going to say I hate to say it like this. So I'm just going to say I'm not taking away from anybody else. Probably the two hottest rookies that Mega Championship Wrestling is. Aaron Alloway and Colt Johnson.
That's fair.
I'd like to see it. I wouldn't mind seeing Colt versus maybe Tyreek Kalam or something too.
Look, Donna said it too. Donna said Alloway. Tommy says, hell yeah. No, and I agree, man. Aaron Alloway and Colt Johnson would be a banger. Colt Johnson's been paying attention, progressing every week. I'm talking promos, wrestling, everything I've seen from this kid is just he's shooting for it, man, and it's working. Stay for Aaron Alloway, though. He's got respect from veterans of the game like Ashton Day. He's getting tips from veterans like Ashton Day. So I've seen him constantly improve as well. And, I mean, obviously everybody loves the smile of Aaron Alloway. Everybody loves the playful boyishness of him. I feel like the Southern Center could smack that off his face a little bit.
Ooh, yeah, I like that.
So I would love to see Colt Johnson against Aaron Alloway. But you never know. You never know. Like I said, the only way we can find out what's next is to tune in on Thursdays, man.
Yeah, man.
And then the boys said we went to intermission next, right?
Yep.
We got to go to intermission. We got to walk around. Shout out to all the wrestlers for having merch. I'm going to shout out Ken Vasion once again for Graham Jam and Peanut Butter and Jellies. They're delicious.
Let me tell you, them bad boys are so good.
Dude, it's essentially that thing you ate in school. They gave you in school. Like it was like a peanut butter.
5 times better.
But 5 times better. It's exactly, yeah. They're strawberry grape. They're delicious, man. So, yeah. All the wrestlers had merch though. Colt Johnson, JVM, Taco, Norm, Mike Michaels, CeeLo, Dios, Chambea. George was there for Wrestling for You over at the college. Over at Jamie's Flea Market. George actually donated a couple toys for us to give away before the show, before the pre-show, and a belt, a toy belt that we were able to give away to a kid in the audience. And Tommy actually picked one of our buddies, Scott Brunner from RSW. His daughter was picked, or his granddaughter was picked, I'm sorry, to come up in the ring. And based on crowd vote, Layla won our championship and walked out with a new WWF replica, toy title. So that was pretty cool.
Yeah, the old winged eagle.
Shout out George. That's awesome. I got to talk to him a little bit too. So yeah, go support him if you collect any kind of figures. He's got some great deals. I mean, if I hadn't spent so much dang money at AIW from all them signatures, I would have definitely grabbed a few of those figures George had. So shout out George.
No, George is a beast. He's always there. He's always got good stuff. I see Donna in the chat with the Justice shirt. So let me talk about that. And I see Mar. Mar's in here with this grilled cheese. Okay, so we're going to talk about this grilled cheese thing. I got something.
I was about to ask about the grilled cheese.
Oh, yeah. Just wait. Scott said she has not let that belt out of her sight since the show. So that's awesome. That's awesome for Layla.
That's great.
So Donna says Justice shirt. Okay. So last night, I don't think I've ever seen Mama Johnson fangirl out. Matt Justice walks over to the table and Mama Johnson is fangirling. I'm talking fangirling. She buys a shirt.
Really?
She buys a shirt. She gets Matt Justice to sign it. And just the look on her face, she was just giddy, like schoolgirl giddy. I looked over at Tommy. I said, "You're going to turn over and she's going to be sleeping with that damn shirt tonight." So that was really funny. All right, so here, look, we'll talk about more in the wrestling. But last night after the show, the after party is at the Dirty Donkey in Elyria. We all went to the Dirty Donkey and we were all hanging out. Boston Jay, he's new in here. His name's Jay, good kid. Boston Jay said something last night while we were at the bar, talking about he eats it like a grilled cheese sandwich. I don't know what that means because, like, I don't get it.
No, it sounds terrible.
It sounds so terrible. Now I'm sitting there trying to figure out how this dude eats fucking grilled cheese sandwich.
I want to erase that from my brain.
Sir, what are you doing?
He also said that what did he say? He lays it down like a carpet. And that you can call him Mario because he's the plumber with the pipe.
Hell no.
Boston Jay won last night at the bar. It was so funny. Great time. But yeah, it was. I just had to shout out Boston Jay for that. And I also want to give him flowers because last night we had something happen with our normal cameraman, and we had to have Boston Jay step in and grab that camera and do his thing. He's only been doing it on Turmoil for us, so we've been kind of showing him the ropes and like where to be, et cetera, et cetera. Last night, he fucking killed it. Great job to Jay last night running that camera around the ring. Roman Cam, you did great. All the footage I've seen so far has been top notch. Good job, Jay.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah, it was great. Tommy said, hell no, she did the dishes in that shirt. He probably hasn't taken it off since.
Shout out to everybody involved throughout the weekend. Y'all, Megan, the whole crew, concessions, everything. You guys all did an amazing job, as always. So.
And then coming back from intermission, this is the match I've been trying to get out the whole damn time. We had the Giant Man, the Giant 4-way match with some of the biggest that Mega has to offer. Calloway, Tyreek Kalam, Super Oprah, and Joey Vincent Martini.
JVM.
JVM was great, by the way.
Oh, yeah, he did. Originally, Cody Gray was scheduled to be in this match in the place of where Tyreek Kalam was, but card subject to change. Cody Gray not able to make it. And Brandon Xavier saying, in an interview to me after Turmoil, that Tyreek Kalam has shown so much promise, so much more abilities, so much more, I can't think of a good word, like je ne sais quoi, to get, to show his
he's got ambition. He's got that drive.
He's got that drive, exactly. And Brandon Xavier has noticed, and he saw that every week on Turmoil, Tyreek's getting better and better. Every week he's pushing his new rookie partner, Dustin Bowers, to be a better wrestler. Brandon saw that. Brandon rewarded Tyreek Kalam with the entry into this match. And what did Tyreek do with that reward? He capitalized.
Dub.
He capitalized and showed everybody
Get your way.
why
Get
he
your
belonged in that
Jameson.
match.
Eating dubs.
Yeah, 100%. He showed everybody why he belonged in that match as he hit Super Oprah with probably one of the biggest forearms I've ever seen. Like, I was standing next to Brandon and who was it?
Oh.
Yeah, I see Tommy's comment. I'm not even going to bring it up. Yeah, I was
Why?
next to Xavier, and when Tyreek hit that big forearm on Oprah, we all looked at each other and went, "Ooh!" Like it was nasty. And he was able to pick up that dub. Tommy has a crush on Super Oprah.
Man,
You should have came to the bar last night.
beginning of the match, Super Oprah was trying to put the moves on Paxton Calloway.
Oh yeah.
That shit I was dying, dude. I loved every bit of it. Super Oprah is the best.
Don't forget that Paxton started the match by taking a bite of a piece of pizza that Tommy offered him. I love it.
He did.
He finished it at the end of the match too, if I remember.
That pizza got a lot of action throughout the night. Got Paxton in it, and then it'll be used again later on.
We'll talk about that later on. Spot of the night, though, in my opinion, biggest spot of the night was when the 7'3" monster climbed to the second rope and coffin dropped to the outside on the rest of the field, taking out all three other members of the match.
Right in front of me and Vince.
Yeah, right in front of you guys. Like I came running from the commentary table to get some of that action.
It was great. My wife,
Tommy, man.
She looked at me. She said, "What in the hell?" She had her foot against the barrier. I was so proud of her spotting that guardrail. So good.
Fuck yeah.
Tommy said that he wishes Super Oprah would slap him that hard.
He put some stank on it.
I'll let her know. I'll let Super Oprah know, Tommy. We'll get you locked up next time. We'll get you a good picture and everything. Maybe a kiss on the cheek.
Ooh.
Oh.
Jesse in the chat, mega. Hopefully he'll see us at the next show. I hope so, Jess. It was nice to see you, man.
Absolutely.
Yeah, great. That was a great match, though, man. And then the next match was essentially the grudge match, I believe.
Yep.
We had a nice, good old-fashioned lumberjack match.
Yeah, that was crazy. Just seeing like everyone coming out onto the mat, like just for the support and everything. That was awesome. Just everyone in attendance, everyone there, backing both Diaz and CeeLo. Like that was just awesome.
I think the most I loved about it though is that how the lumberjacks split up.
Mm-hmm.
You had the babies on one side, you had the heels on the other side, and they were just jawing at each other the whole time.
I loved every bit of it.
Pastor CeeLo totally ignoring his normal entrance and making a beeline for the ring was amazing. If you didn't see the Go Home show on Turmoil, Dios essentially did the same thing in Post Turmoil, where he jumped in the ring and just attacked Pastor CeeLo again. And the whole roster, including me and Brandon Xavier, had to separate them on Thursday. So we knew this was going to be a banger going in. And it didn't disappoint.
No, it did not. Great. Both parties just absolutely slayed. Oh, man. And then, oh, my God. Dude, CeeLo's mom.
Yes.
Wow, like, what a fiery woman. I swear. Like
I love Mama CeeLo.
Started to let her in, Jack, because she wanted a piece of Dios, man. Like
that's what I was gonna say. I got to talk to Dios after the show last night, and he told me, he said, I was legitimately scared that Mama CeeLo was gonna jump the guardrail and whoop.
Yeah, dude, because he was like right in front of her. He said, I'm gonna whoop your ass right in front of your mama.
He said, I pushed him up against the ropes and was talking shit to his mom. He was like, and then his mom got up and he was like, I backed off. Like he said, I thought she was coming over that rail. So
yeah, she jumped.
She was wanting to. And then we started a chant that says, let her in, let her in.
So yeah, obviously we don't you don't mess with a mama bear. You don't mess with the cub, because she definitely showed up for her son last night, Mama CeeLo, and the mega church. she must have said something to him before the show, or maybe even during the show when we weren't paying attention. But something got to CeeLo, and he was able to pick up that much-needed victory over the Lost Prodigy.
Hell yeah, CeeLo. It was great, dude.
My boy Jeff in the chat. Jeff Jevic. Morning. Good morning. It's not morning, brother. It's night, but he's a night owl. I'm sure he's probably on his way to the Barbell Club as we speak to get that good pump in. And then, last but most certainly not least, we had our main. No? What did I miss? Girls match. You're right. You're right. That was the main. That was the co. You're right.
So, yeah, this was a good one, though. Personally speaking, I've never seen either party wrestle, and both girls put on very well.
Oh, you've never got to see Megan?
Nope.
Oh, Megan's phenomenal.
Megan's phenomenal. I love Megan. She's great. Great personality outside the ring. At intermission, I'll go back to intermission. At intermission, I was over there speaking with her, and at least 25, 30 kids came up because they wanted to, be a part and take a picture with Megan. They wanted to hang out with Megan, and she told me, she said, I always think, because she's got contacts, she wears contacts, that they make her eyes like a different color. And they're not like crazy colored or nothing like that. But she told me, I always think that my contacts are going to scare the kids. She was like, and it doesn't. She loved every second of all these children coming up to her and getting pictures and wanting to, meet her, etc. So stellar job by her as always. Megan, Donna says Megan 100. Tommy says it's his favorite female wrestler. Don't sleep on Ari Alexander, though.
No, not at all. I mean,
if you're not familiar with Ari Alexander, she can currently be seen on the Netflix special, The Wrestlers, or Wrestling, or Wrestler, whatever it's called. It's about OVW. Al Snow is running OVW down in Kentucky area. Ari Alexander's down there. She's on TV every week on Thursday. She's very familiar. I fangirled a little bit when I saw her last night. Like, I was like, oh, so, she's a very well-known up-and-coming wrestler, women's wrestler. And I thought she did fucking great.
No, for sure. She definitely
got a lot of heat from the crowd. She handled it well.
Michelle in the chat, Ari was absolutely fantastic. I agree. The queen of the Germans. I know. Josh. Jonah was letting me know that that's one of her signatures. She's the queen of the German suplexes. That's what she likes to do, and I'm about that life. So big shout out to Ari. She showed up at Mega Championship Wrestling for her debut, and she actually picked up the victory over. And I said this last night on commentary. I'm not essentially sure how true this is, but when I look back at Mega history, you could almost say that Megan Myers is the first lady of Mega Championship Wrestling. She's been there for a long, long time. So I'm not sure if I'm 100% correct on that. There might have been another woman, but when you talk about female wrestlers at Mega, Megan Myers is one of the first names that most people speak.
I agree. We'll have to verify that with the Ohio chief.
Yeah, so Megan Myers comes in, and she had the crowd behind her. She had all these kids behind her. I thought she was going to pull out this dub. Ari Alexander on her debut, winning.
You can ask Vince. She was getting a lot of heat from the fans, especially in our area.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it definitely, I won't say it puts a chip on her shoulder, but it definitely sets her up with some success and sends her into the next mega event that I believe she'll be at with the advantage. Baddies and the Beast is coming. The next Mega Cup is coming this summer, and it's women wrestling focused, according to Brandon Xavier. We've only had 2 entrants announced so far. Ruthless Lala and Ari Alexander. But Ari Alexander coming in with that dub already? Coming in with the mega win on her debut? That's got to, inflate that head a little bit, inflate that ego, and make her believe that she's coming in here to beat everybody.
Definitely sets a tone.
So
set the fucking tone, boys.
I'm really excited for her to come back. Mary in the chat, so sad you missed it. I'm sad you missed it too. Sad you weren't there, Mary. It was a great show, man. You definitely missed out.
You definitely weren't there.
And then last but most certainly not least, our main event of the evening, the one-man militia, Matthew Justice, coming into Mega Championship Wrestling to try to dethrone Captain Swole himself, Alex Daniels.
Yeah, this was a match. Oh my god.
So on commentary before this match started, I'm talking to Josh Jonai, and I'm telling him that, we know Matthew Justice. We've seen Matthew Justice. But I'll ask you boys the same question. How many wrestling matches have you seen Matt Justice in compared to how many death match or hardcore wrestling matches have you seen Matt Justice in?
Couldn't tell you, to be honest.
I was gonna say it's way more.
I think like 4 or 5. Yeah,
like wrestling matches, right? Like it's been way more hardcore / death matches for Matthew Justice that I've seen, at least, than wrestling matches. So coming into this, I thought that Alex Daniels was going to have the clear advantage because of the technical wrestling ability that we've seen him display many times. But Alex Daniels gets in the ring, asks Angie for a microphone, and then declares captain's log and issues a hardcore match to the hardcore militia, to Matthew Justice.
Because it was his birthday.
And it was Matthew Justice's birthday. So shout out to Matthew Justice. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
That was cool. But he issued a hardcore match.
Me and Vince started a happy birthday too.
Oh, I heard that. Yeah, so he issued a hardcore match. Matthew Justice ultimately accepts, obviously. And here we go.
It was on, man. It was on, dude. It was so good. I mean,
so many good spots in this match, dude.
There's so many.
So my favorite thing was all the different times that different replica belts were used in this match. But I want to point out one particular one where a young man said, "Oh no, you're not taking my belt, Matthew Justice." But then when
he would not, Daniel, he had a death grip on that belt, dude.
He said, "No way." And then Alex Daniels asked for it, and he goes, "Yes."
Handed it right up.
And I was like, "Yes, we know who he was fanboying over." So shout out that little kid. I hope to see that more often. That was just great. Like, what a unique way of incorporating our fans into the action, and everyone was so into it. The TNT was real cool to see get smoked on too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like after,
go ahead.
That kid's belt ended up in the hands of Matthew Justice. Alex didn't get to use it on him. So Justice took it and used it on Daniels. And the look on that kid's face when he did it.
He looked like Mid's girl. Like he was pissed.
Yeah. He's like, give it back.
Yeah. So mad.
I'm also gonna build off what Vince said on the shout out to the kid. I'm gonna shout out that kid's dad, man.
Yeah.
Like, shout out to the kid's dad, dude, because I mean, it's not like that kid, watches wrestling by himself. His dad loves wrestling.
Right.
So, and that was a cool, as a dad, that was a cool moment for me, to see him. And that was sweet because, again, like Vince said, that little kid was like, fuck no, I ain't giving you my belt. And he fucking clutched it in his chest like this. He was like, nope. But then when Alex asked for it, he was like, here you go.
Yep. That's cool.
So,
yeah, that was an awesome interaction.
Other things pulled out from the crowd. I was going to say it was Tommy, but based on the reaction of Donna after the show with Matthew Justice, I'm saying that she handed him that pizza box to use on Alex Daniels.
That was awesome. Just walked right over, grabbed it, walked right back over, smoked
him right across the head with a box of pizza. DVD on a folding chair that absolutely destroyed the chair.
Dude.
Hell of good spots.
Multiple.
But the creme de la creme was the springboard cutter from Alex Daniels that ended the match and secured the victory for him to retain his title.
With the mega belt over Justice's neck.
Yes, he did. He wrapped it around his neck like a necklace and then cut him. So, it was glorious, man. Great match. Tommy in the chat said it was a 5-star match. Michelle said it was a great interaction with the fan. Cool dad moment for sure. So yeah, I mean, ultimately, Mega was phenomenal. I had a great time yesterday.
Yep. I'm glad I made it. I'm really glad I made it. And then just want to make this just thank you so much, Brandon, and everybody. Thank you, Mike, for hooking me up with the seats because of the last minute deal. And Dean, thank you for holding those seats for me and my wife. We had a great time.
No
Yeah,
problem,
we had some last minute cancellations on front row. People weren't able to come, so we were able to upgrade the PDP boy Vince to the front row and get him in there, him and Liz. So that was real cool. Yeah, shout out to Brandon for that, holding them tickets for us. Shout out to Brandon and Xavier, especially. Yesterday I talked to him before the show. He had something going on with his hip. You know, we're all getting a little older these days, and sometimes you don't even have to do anything. You just sleep funny and you wake up and shit hurts. He was definitely in some pain yesterday, but he pushed through, made sure that we had an awesome show, made sure the fans had a great experience. So yeah, definitely shout out to Brandon for that. He fucking kills it as always. And I'll go ahead and start the ratings, man. 4.5.
That's how I'm getting it to 4.5.
Mega killed. Mega was awesome. And
I'll give it a solid 4. I think I missed one of my guys. I think I'm a little bummed on that, but that's not my fault. That's not Mega's fault. That's my fault. But yeah, great show.
It was a great
100% great show. Can't wait for the next one. And if you haven't already heard, it's been pushed out by Mega. The next event will be one of the staples, one of the mainstays of Mega Championship Wrestling.
One of my
we
favorites.
Are back with Breaking Down Barriers.
This is awesome, and this is go on.
I was gonna say, if you're not familiar with Breaking Down Barriers, this is Breaking Down Barriers 12. If you're not familiar, this is Mega Championship Wrestling. Partners up with the Murray Ridge Center in Elyria. They help people with special needs, anything like that. Murray Ridge is very, very vital to these people, and very, very vital to the county of Lorain. And helping these people with anything and everything they need. So Mega to put on. Go ahead. And I know Dean as a my nephew has fucking Down syndrome, so this is fucking cool, man. This is obviously now. It touches me more than it did 5 years ago when we hit our first Breaking Down Barriers because of shit like this, So
as a proud father of a child with Down syndrome, it's so cool that what they do, how they partner up, and they even get some of the people involved. It's a phenomenal night all the way around, and it's for a great cause. And this is one of the ones that I look forward to every year now.
Yep. And this year, we will have the youngest PDP member in attendance. I told Dean to bring Cam to the next show. He has to.
He has to.
So,
no,
we'll try to get Cam a PDP onesie made before then. And, we'll see what we can do about that because that would be kind of cool. But, yeah, Breaking Down Barriers. And if you hadn't been paying attention, on Thursday, no, it was on the last show, I'm sorry, on Saturday show or Sunday show last week with Brandon Xavier, he let us know that the winner of this Fatal 4-Way match, the giant Fatal 4-Way match, it had a reward to it, I guess. It had something to fight for. So at Breaking Down Barriers, we now know one match at least. Tyreek Kalam will be going one-on-one with the Gift, Jason Kincaid.
Okay.
Whoever won that Fatal 4-Way match got to fight Kincaid at the next event. So Tyreek Kalam will be going one-on-one with the Gift. And we've all seen the Gift before. That man's phenomenal.
My next question is, we got the young GOAT Myron Reed on the cover photo for Breaking Down Barriers.
Yes, sir.
If you don't know who that is, it's one part of the Rascals. And I'm excited to see whoever's going to be able to have the opportunity to step in the ring with him, because we've seen him live. Myron can go, dude.
Oh yeah, no, Myron can go 110%, man. It's this phenomenal show, and like Dean said, on the card, on the flyer poster, we do have Jason the Gift Kincaid. We have our champ Alex Daniels, the young GOAT Myron Reed, and then off to the side is the Damies. Bryson and Lemmy are off to the side on this card. So hopefully we get to, like I said, some more insight this Thursday as to what's going to happen in the tag team division, as to what's going to go on with those tag team belts, and maybe how we're going to get a number one contender for Cash Inc.
I just want to throw this out there. Bryson and LSD, such a good tag team, dude. It's probably one of my favorite tag teams out right now. It was one of those tag teams I didn't know I needed, and I love it.
That's what a couple of other people have said, the same thing. They said it was a tag team that we didn't know we needed.
Yeah.
Because they do put on. They're both great wrestlers in their own rights, but when you slam them together, not only being both great wrestlers, but like I said on commentary to Josh last night, and I've been told by Bryson and Lemmy both, they've been friends for 20 years. That's like putting me and you in a tag team together, Dean. We know each other like the back of our hand, so it works. They're essentially brothers. They're best friends for 20-something years. That makes sense. I mean, why wouldn't they be able to play off of each other without any kind of other outside interference? You know what I'm saying? So shout out to them. And like I said, we can only hope that we get some kind of special way to crown a new number one contender for those tag team titles. So, overall,
I'm trying to think of a way.
Overall, phenomenal weekend. If I had to rate the whole weekend, it's getting a 5 out of 5 Piledrivers.
I was thinking the exact thing.
Because it has been just a great weekend. It was phenomenal. Wrestling, friendship, camaraderie, just everything about the whole weekend was fucking great, dude.
I agree. I loved every bit of it. Much needed.
Yeah. No, definitely much needed. And I didn't mean to cut you off, but this weekend, we get to do it all again. Friday night, we will be at the Neo Sports Complex in Cleveland for EFW. And then Saturday, we will be in Salem, Ohio for Neo Pro. I'm really excited about this. My little cousin Race in the chat, he wants to play some Fortnite afterwards. I'm probably down, Race. I'm probably down.
This weekend's going to be dope. I'm already excited.
But yeah, this weekend is going to be phenomenal. I don't have any of the stuff, coming up for Neo Pro. I don't know what kind of matches we got going on. I haven't even really looked at the card. It's kind of just been, we're going with it. I know for a fact that we are in the home city of one 5-star Thomas Adams.
Ooh.
So I assume that we will see the 5-star at some point during the night in Salem.
We're going to have to check in.
I know that we will. I'm not fucking checking in. He didn't. Yeah. We will see the new Ohio Heritage Champion, Uncle Wilbur Whitlock.
Oh yeah.
And I'm pretty sure, as always, at most Neo Pro events, we will see main event Mike Contos. We will see. Oh, look it. We got Jason Maddox in the chat. We need a card rundown. If you want to type it in the chat, we'll shout it out real quick, Jay. I know we got a bunch of stuff going on this weekend. But the biggest thing that Neo Pro has offered to us lately, and I know it's not till next month. Neo Pro's got some legends coming. Okay.
Huge. This is huge.
I got the card for it, but go ahead.
Dean's got the card. Spin it out real quick.
Keep going. Keep going with the legends.
Oh, you want to go? Keep going.
Yeah, we got legends. Okay. At Neo Pro 2, they have said that they are bringing in the cane swinging, beer swilling Sandman will be in attendance.
But
and not only the homicidal, genocidal, suicidal Sabu will be at Neo Pro 2.
But wait.
There's more.
One more. There's one more.
Let him know.
The man himself, Shane Douglas. This is insane. Like
ECW originals, 3 of them.
This is just amazing. Guys, how you did this, I don't know. I don't even need to know. I love this. Thank you, Neo Pro, for just putting some of the best in the hardcore scene in one place all at one time. Thank you.
And I'm going to say it now because I see Jason in the chat. With all of these hardcore legends in attendance, I fully expect a hardcore match.
Oh, 100%.
I fully expect a hardcore match.
Now, while we're on this subject too, I do want to relay some news that we heard about this meet and greet at this exact event. On April 1st, there is going to be a pre-sale on getting your tickets to get the signatures and the meet and greets done. So make sure you keep your eyes out on Instagram and, all platforms in general to NeoPro, because you're going to want to get that heads up. This is going to be one of those things. They're only going to be signing during intermission, so you want to get it in there. And they are limiting. You're getting 3 personal items. That is it for each. I don't know if it's each wrestler or 3 per, all together.
I do know that they will have a package deal. So if you want to get signatures from Sabu and Sandman and Shane Douglas, you won't have to pay. I don't know the prices, so I'm just going to say a number. You won't have to pay $25 for each of them. You can pay $50, to get all 3 of them.
Yeah.
Again, those are not the exact prices. I have no idea what the prices are, but I do know that Jason informed us that there you go. $20 selfie, $20 signed 8x10, $35 combo for each Sabu or Sandman.
And then it's $5 per personal item. So I think it's like almost $50 per person if you use them all. And again, I don't know if it's per person, per wrestler, whatever, but we'll get those as we come the news for that.
Yeah, 110%. So I'm really excited for them. I got Don Tavio in the chat. My boy says he's proving myself more than I ever have against Dominic Guarini. Does that mean he's fighting the Bone Collector this weekend?
Whoa.
Yes, I got the card right here. This is what's going down. We got the Women's Championship Eliminator Series going down. And as always, going forward, the card is always subject to change. But right now, we got Angel Metro versus Kylie Page, Ziggy Haim, and Megan Myers.
Now hold on a second.
Yep, this is important.
As we all know, Ziggy has posted on her Twitter.
I know.
She will not be coming. She will be canceling appearances. She will not. She has taken some time off for her own mental health, and that is beautiful. I love that for her.
Yo,
we love you, Ziggy. We wish you the best, but that's why I said the card is always subject to change. But as of right now, this is what it is. So, yeah, Angel, Paige, Ziggy, Megan Myers is what it is. And then the next Women's Championship Eliminator match is going to be Zoe Sky versus Alexis Littlefoot, Harley Fairfax, and Heather Blue. The winner of both of these matches will fight against each other at a future NeoPro event to be crowned the inaugural Women's Champion.
Yep, and then Jason, I just put it on the screen. Card subject to change will likely be addressed tomorrow. So make sure you're tuning into all things NeoPro socials to make sure we know who is going to take Ziggy's spot. Again, much love to Ziggy. Much love for you taking time for your mental health. That is most important these days.
Absolutely.
Take care of yourself first and foremost.
Love you,
Zig.
The next match.
Yeah, go ahead.
NeoPro Championship #1 contender match. The Beast Man versus the Ultra Star, Ashton Day.
Oh.
Winner is the #1 contender.
Ashton Day is going to pull out this dub.
Beautiful championship belt.
He's going to be hurting a little bit, though.
Oh, no, he's definitely going to get hurt.
Definitely going to be hurting.
Speaking of the NeoPro champ.
Joey, send me a message. Send me a message, Joey.
We got you, Joey. Speaking of the champ, he will be defending his NeoPro title against our man, Colton Quinn, which is, I feel like this match is going to be a banger, bro.
Colton
I know it
Quinn
is.
Earned this opportunity by defeating Jake Ely at All Wrapped Up.
Colton's got some gold himself, man. Don't sleep on Colton Quinn. Next, we got our boys Cash Inc. taking on another tag team of someone we're familiar with. A little bit of Love and Thunder. No Shane, Jimmy Shane, and Jake Ely.
Ooh.
Now, we've seen Jimmy Shane and Jake Ely team before. They are really good together, but don't sleep on the best tag team that Lorain County has to offer, baby.
Big facts. Big facts.
Then just like Don Tavio said in the chat, he's going to be testing himself. He ain't fucking lying.
Hey,
he'll be taking on Dominic Guarini.
Dominic Guarini pile drive Shawn Mason over the weekend. Don Tavio, be careful, Bubba.
On the hardest part of the ring.
On the apron, it was nasty. So
there's pictures on our page. Go look at the album.
Be careful. The Bone Collector, I believe, after last night, is still one half of your GCW Tag Team Champions.
Yep, they're going to be fighting for that title coming up WrestleMania weekend.
Yep. He posted a picture on his social medias last night, Dominic did, and where his back was just absolutely destroyed. His partner had like a 12-inch gash, or like a 4-inch gash on his eye, but they were able to, keep those titles last night. So
I got Don Tavio hitting Guarini with a cutter, man. Getting that done.
Michelle said it was gross last night. So, yeah. I mean, Don Tavio with the cutter could definitely pick up this W over the Bone Collector, but
there'll be no glass. Fucking crazy. Come on, man.
Look, Jason keeping it safe for us. Don Tavio with the eyeball because maybe he wants a little glass. But that's all. Like I said,
that's not it.
No, we got one more.
Yeah, 5-star Thomas Adams taking on Christian Napier.
That's right. He's been talking shit to 440 Blue, and I don't know. Last time we were all wrapped up, 440 Blue was in full effect. Their whole crew was there, and not only that, they have since added a member in Big Al.
Big Al. Oh, and another thing, Havoc will be in action at Equinox. So we don't know what capacity, but this
we know that she's got beef with Angel Metro, who is in that fatal 4-way match.
Yep.
Keep your eyes open. As always, NeoPro putting out a stat card. Man, I'm pumped.
I don't know what's going on either at EFW this weekend, but we will be there as well. We've talked to General Manager Justin, and he's told us that he's got a banger of a show packed out for us. So we will be in attendance for that on Friday night. We will be in attendance at NeoPro on Saturday. And then as normal, we will be back here on Sunday night to recap all the action of our amazing weekend. I got nothing else about this weekend. I do have a Mount Rushmore for us tonight.
We have a big announcement before that, though.
Yeah.
We reached 1K followers on Facebook. And we are 61 away on Twitter. Thank you all for helping us reach 1,000 followers. That is amazing. As promised, we will be doing a giveaway. So stay tuned. Watch us. Keep it up, peel out for the posts on Facebook. We'll put all the details on the giveaway. But thank you.
110%. We appreciate all the love so much. And I'm gonna piggyback off that a little bit. At AIW, we got to meet fans like Jeremy, who tune in, who hang out with us every weekend and talk shit to us and talk wrestling with us. Same at the Mega Show. We've had people, that we see pop in the chat, come over to say hey to us and just, hey, I watch you guys on Sunday. Love that, man. I love it so much. It's awesome that you guys are watching and hanging out with us. We appreciate that you appreciate what we're trying to do for these people around in independent wrestling around Northeast Ohio. It's dumbfounding sometimes for real. Like, it's like, wow.
It is.
Like,
I appreciate and I value every single interaction that we've had with people that we've came across and passed with along this journey, man, whether we've just said, hey, what do you think of this match? Or, what I'm saying, just the friendships that we build or even just the one-off conversations. I cherish every single one of them. This has been phenomenal, and I'm thankful, man.
Hell yeah. 110%. So yeah, it was a great weekend, and like I said, we got another one coming up this weekend. But let's get into this Mount Rushmore. Mount Rushmore. Last week we did just a Mount Rushmore of wrestling. Was just your 4 favorite wrestlers or your 4 favorite wrestlings. When you think about wrestling, who comes to your Mount Rushmore? This week we're gonna shrink it down a little bit, And boys, I want to know your Mount Rushmore of Extreme.
Oh man.
ECW?
I'll go right into it. I'll go right into mine.
Go ahead, Vince.
Easy. It's so easy, man. For me, it's got to be Sabu. It's got to be Taz. And it's going to be RVD. But you can't have those three without one man. And that's Fonzie, Bill Alfonso. Shout out to him especially. That's the one of the best dudes. If you ever get a chance to just talk with him, just say what's up.
No, and
Because
I agree. Vincent was kind enough to introduce us to Bill Alfonso on Friday night at AIW, man. And like, we've been introduced to people before, bigger names like Bill Alfonso, and they kind of just, hey, what's up? Fist bump, and they're gone. Bill stopped. He took 5 to 10 minutes to sit there and bullshit with us for a second. Like, oh, Piledriver Podcast. Nice to meet you guys, et cetera, et cetera. What's up, man? Hi, Mike. Hi, Dean. You know, like.
He even invited us to the after party, you know?
Exactly. Like, he seemed like a really fucking chill dude, man. And I'd love to have him on sometime. Maybe we can get some insight from him on, you know, what it's like to have worked with all these legends over the years.
Yeah, for sure.
Dean, you got your 4?
I kind of lost connection there for a second, so I have no clue besides Fonzie who Vince took.
RVD, Taz, and Sabu.
Okay.
Big Phil Stamper in the chat. The president of
what's up,
wrestling.
Phil, what's up, brother? My 4 for ECW, I'm going to go with Francine,
Okay.
the Queen of Extreme. Rhino.
Oh, hell yeah. Gore.
And both members of the Dudley Boys.
Good call.
Devon and Bubba.
Good call. Joey in the chat before I get mine. His Mount Rushmore. Terry Funk,
Ooh.
Sabu, RVD, and Mick Foley.
Hell yeah. That's solid as hell.
Jose in the
Tanaka.
chat. One of our favorite picture takers. Sabu, RVD, Masato Tanaka, and Cactus Jack.
Hell yeah.
All right, so it's my turn. I will go with it.
Good choice on Tanaka.
I'm going to steal Vince's and say Sabu and Taz. Because Taz was my favorite ECW wrestler growing up.
I picked
Sabu,
different because
obviously.
he took this.
Well, I can't. I'm not going to take RVD as much as I would love to. But Taz.
You want you have the blue meanie on yours. Don't lie. You got the blue meanie.
Nope. I do have somebody special that is very much extreme, but he is not a wrestler at all. Joey Styles is on my fucking ECW Mount Rushmore.
Bam, dude. That's
a good one.
hell yeah. That's the
Sabu,
guy. The GOAT.
Taz, Joey Styles, and New Jack.
Dude.
Oh!
King right there.
How can you not be on the Mount Rushmore of Extreme when you literally stabbed somebody?
Yes. Broke a man's leg.
Michelle says Mike Awesome with an honorable mention. And
Mikey Whipwreck.
Yeah,
Jerry Lynn. Jerry Lynn also was almost on my list because of the phenomenal 5-star matches that he had with Rob Van Dam.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Jerry Lynn is so slept on.
Yeah, 100%. He's now a producer at AEW, just killing it. But yeah, Jerry Lynn's probably one of the greatest technical wrestlers that ECW had at that time. But he could go hardcore with it just as much as anybody else.
For sure.
I put Francine on there for obvious reasons. She was like,
I was gonna take Francine until you took her. She had made mine.
Don't forget
Joey Styles and Francine.
Don't forget
she was one of my first wrestling crushes.
Don't forget Beulah, and there's a couple others that could have made Chris Candido.
Yeah.
Just incredible.
Bam Bam Bigelow.
Stevie Richards.
Right. Oh, I mean, all the Blue World Order, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you could have even picked Big Dick Dudley, and I'd have been okay with it.
Yeah.
But
Bam
still,
Bam
you know,
Bigelow.
Bam.
Joey in the chat says Sandman. I mean, Sandman's up there. Just he's not on my Mount Rushmore, dude.
He would be walking around on the top of my Mount Rushmore just drinking beer.
Just drinking beers, yeah, smoking cigarettes.
So, I mean, he's on there.
Drew the Werewolf's 4 are the mainstays. They are the ECW 4, Sabu, Sandman, Taz, and RVD. I mean, when you think of ECW, those are probably the first 4 names that come to your mind.
I gotta throw one more out there, man. We can't forget Raven. That's the guy. That's the most.
Honorable mention.
Yeah.
As an ECW, I'll give it to you. I was more of a Raven's Flock kind of guy. Like, I loved Raven and ECW, obviously, but Raven's Flock was awesome. Like,
Yeah.
I loved Kidman. I loved Sign Guy Lodi. Like, they were great. Raven's Flock was so cool back in the day.
Nope.
But yeah, no, I'll give you that. That's a good one. And then, like Dean said, Big, can't forget the Beast from the East, Bam Bam Bigelow. There, ECW, Tommy Dreamer. Okay, and I got one more because we're talking about ECW, and then we'll get out of here. We'll sign off. It's been a pretty solid episode this evening. Who should induct Paul Heyman into the Hall of Fame this year, boys?
But the WWE finally.
Who do you think it should be?
With Paul Heyman or just
No, like to induct him.
Stone
Like,
Cold.
who's gonna be? Oh. So, man,
You think it should be
Stone
Stone
Cold.
Cold? Why?
Because when he was stunning Steve Austin early in WCW, Paul Heyman was
Tommy
his.
Dreamer.
you think it's gonna be Tommy Dreamer?
I think it should be Tommy Dreamer.
Oh, it should be. Okay,
Will he
fair.
do it? Yeah.
So my thing is,
Oh, it should, for sure, it should be someone from ECW. But I'm just.
well, yeah, that's where I'm gonna go with. I'm gonna say Mick. I think Mick should be the one to induct him. I think
Okay.
that would be a very honorable nod.
Okay. Jose says gotta do a ring announcer Mount Rushmore. So I guess that's what we got next week.
Ooh, okay.
I'm
Ring
with it.
announcer Mount Rushmore.
That's a good one, actually.
I think it should be Tommy Dreamer based on the fact, that like I've seen interviews where Tommy Dreamer says that like, Paul's such an asshole. Paul was a dick back in the day, but he always made sure we were taken care of.
Joey said Vince's punishment.
Nobody wants to see Vince anymore.
No.
They blurred his face out in the game. Like,
I heard.
so
Great. That's
I
what we
mean,
did.
that was pretty funny. But
Is Brock still? Can you still play?
in
Brock?
some part, yes, you can still play as Brock Lesnar, but in some parts they blurred out his face too, like in the videos and shit.
That's what you get.
But yeah, so great episode tonight, guys. Great fucking weekend of wrestling. Another big one coming up this week. Make sure you stay tuned in to all of our social medias for any changes to cards, any stuff that we got going on. Slide into our DMs if you want to get some merch. We got t-shirts, hoodies, stickers, keychains. We're working on things. We're trying to build this up more and more and more. So we appreciate any support. Thanks to a couple people that bought shirts yesterday at Mega Championship Wrestling. And again, shout out to all the wrestlers that had merch available at all events that we were at this weekend. They were definitely, showing out, trying to build their brand, so to speak. So shout out to all the wrestlers that put on this weekend. If you got hurt or injured this weekend, speedy recoveries to you, and hopefully we see you again soon. That's all I got, boys.
Thanks,
you guys got
Joey.
anything else?
Nope. Just
Nope,
thanks.
Joey said thanks for 1K. Congrats on 1K. Thank you, Joey.
Thank you.
Yeah, just give us a follow. We're 61 away from Twitter, from reaching 1K. Help us get there. Help us get up there on TikTok as well so we can go live at shows.
That's exactly what I was going to say next. If we can get to 1,000 on TikTok, we can go live at a show for a match that you want to see. We can put a poll up in our socials saying what match would you like us to go live for so that you can see if you are not able to make the event. But we got to get to 1,000 followers before they let us go live on TikTok. So make sure you're following everything that the Piledriver has to offer. We appreciate each and every one of you so, so much.
All the wrestlers, all the fans, all the viewers. Thank you all.
Yeah, seriously.
Anybody that likes and shares, supports us in any way they can, we definitely appreciate it. So thank you guys all so, so much. Yeah, I'll throw one up too. That's love right there. So yeah, that's all I got.
Yeah, earlier in the week we
Make
had
sure you
2
follow
year anniversary too.
It's a big week, dog. March 18th. March 18th was the 2-year anniversary of the Piledriver Podcast. From lowly beginnings to where me and Dean were hanging out in a living room with a table with one camera, just trying to get this thing off the ground to where we are now, man. It's phenomenal. I'm so excited. It's been a journey and I'm here for it. But
Man.
That's it. And we'll see everybody next week with the giant results from NeoPro, from EFW, and all the other Northeast Ohio wrestling action. I'm the best in the world. That's the B-Rad. And down low is the big dog. We'll see you all next week.
Peace.
Peace.